It happened again. I'm once again stuck in the TikTok app. I can't get out until whoever's watching me right now stops watching. But until then, welcome to the TikTok universe. I've certainly got a lot of time. The average TikTok user spends 52 minutes a day on the app, but why? I mean, time flies by when you're having fun because you have your attention on things other than the duration of the event. But looking back, those moments of fun feel longer than the car ride it took to get there that maybe felt like it took forever while you were doing it. Think back to March and April of 2020. Those were 2 long months where it felt like we had been trapped indoors for ages. But can you even remember that? Was that really 2 full months of being locked in our houses? And was that really 18 months ago? COVID has felt like it's lasted forever, but also it's flown by. And it's all because I had all my attention grasped by one app. The app I'm currently stuck in. TikTok. But why? Why is TikTok entertaining? I mean, I get that I'm constantly scrolling and the instant gratification of having new videos without the need to find one for myself on places like YouTube make it easy to get hooked, but these aren't big budget stories with thrilling characters or emotional conclusions. In fact, the few times people do try to put literally any effort into a TikTok, they blow up. This guy's built his entire career on high quality content, and all he has to do is buy a few grand of camera equipment and stand 100 feet back from the subject and zoom all the way in to give it a bit of bokeh, and boom! This looks like my eyeballs. Is that the iPhone 37? Instant followers. I mean, heck, I tried the same thing with a tiny bit of effort and a nice camera to shoot it on, and I got to 100,000 followers in 7 days. I also analyzed the For You page in the same video and found that comedy TikToks, on average, got the most likes. Have you ever laughed out loud at a TikTok? No. So why do we like comedy TikToks so much? Well, there are 5 prevailing theories. The supremacy theory is that something is funny because you're making fun, laughing at the misfortunate of others that you don't have to experience. That's depressing. Another is the incongruity theory. When things don't go together, they're funny. The wider the divide between what should make sense and what's happening, the funnier it is. To a certain point. Then it just becomes so random that it goes too far. It's crossed the line of absurdity into inappropriate. This line is flexible, but around here, it's pretty firm. If you cross this line, you get canceled. One of the most popular theories on TikTok is the relief theory, when you feel relief based on your humor, when the thing you're laughing at touches at the source of your anxiety. This is also called relatability. This is when the mechanics of a joke are repeated, so that even if they aren't funny the first time you say it, the more times you say it, the funnier it becomes. Once again, to a certain point. The share emoji on TikTok is a cross between being both an inside joke, a supremacy theory concept because it's only funny to those like you that get it, and a mechanical joke because the more times you see it used, the funnier the joke becomes as people still don't get it. And if you don't get it, I'm not telling you. Finally, there's the benign violation theory. This is when a joke violates what seems acceptable to say. The closer you get to that threshold of cancelability, the funnier it becomes, like most forms of humor, but crossing it is particularly bad in this case. Dave Chappelle, Bill Burr, these are great examples of this. The line is super blurred in this case because some people may think it's here while others think it's here when it comes to the same issue. Getting as close to the edge as possible is difficult, but it's how TikToks go viral, and it's why it's called edgy. Over time, that line has gotten closer and closer to the left in every sense, but there will always be that edge, so edgy humor isn't going away. But there's so much more to TikTok, and it's not always funny. What I want to understand is trends. Why can we watch the same people do the same things over and over, and we still love it? Well, I made it. This is the edge. This is the end of the TikTok universe. I can't get any further out. Just gonna wait here until he stops watching. Until then, well, often trends blow up because of the audio. Just as we listen to the same song over and over, it's even more nice for our brain to listen to the same audio over and over. And even more so because a TikTok audio only gets big if it's a particularly good song. Scrolling through TikTok is repetitive, but there's 0 skips. And even better, TikTok audios are always the best part of a song. And smart musical artists know and understand this. I mean, Olivia Rodrigo can sing about whatever she wants, but after seeing the success of Driver's License on TikTok, she knew that she needed to keep singing about the relationship everyone's been speculating about. And it's no accident that her entire forthcoming album is about just that, to fuel the TikTok rooms and drama magazines of the world that apparently are still a thing. If you still don't believe me, here's the graph of Lil Nas X's popularity through Google search over the last 5 years. Here's the week Old Town Road came out, and here's when it hit TikTok. Then it took him a few years to realize this, but once he did, he's all in, posting like 20 times a day whenever a song comes out. But not every artist can make it, and not every song an artist releases does as well as the last. One-hit wonders aren't very common in the real world, because usually if someone can make a great 2 or 3 minute song, they can also make a great album. But on TikTok, creating a perfect melody that lasts 15 seconds could happen by accident and could jumpstart an artist's entire career. But a half hour of music? That's a totally different skill. Think of songs like I Just Wanted You to Watch Me Dissolve, or Coño, or Stupid Boy Think That I Need Him, or I'm on a sugar crash, Have you ever heard any other songs from these people? The answer is no, and there are thousands more with songs that have been used 2, 3, or even 7.3 million times in videos and have probably been heard in the billions of times, but whose other music combined aren't as successful as one of the videos featuring their hit song. I've made it to the heart of the TikTok world, Los Angeles. Anyways, they say repeated exposure to a melody will result in a listener warming up to almost any song. That's why the payola structure almost always works. That is, paying a radio station, record company, or ad agency to play a song a ridiculous amount of times until it just inevitably becomes popular without exposing the payment. That's also known as an industry plan. But certain melodies are just better than others, and that's where things get weird. Why do we like certain types of music? Like, sure, we can relate to lyrics, but tunes? TikTok tunes, just melodies, combinations of notes? Well, that's where it gets psychological. Certain sounds trigger memories, nostalgia, or euphoria. Check out this video of UK musician Jacob Collier changing the way he's able to play the same song to signal a different way to feel while listening to it. He gets really in the weeds about chords and progressions and triads, but at the end of the day, you could cover your eyes and still guess what emotion he's going for. And there aren't even any lyrics. This is all played on the piano. But as YouTuber Andrew Huang points out, there's one note taking over all of pop music right now that apparently just triggers the perfect emotion for somebody watching TikToks, the supertonic. The supertonic is the second note in a scale, and it sounds like this. Notice how with each song Andrew plays, it's the note that's played most, and if there's any variation, it's just the note above and below. Go to a piano and find the supertonic. You can make an entire song that sounds like any of these songs. There's more to trends than audio. Why are they entertaining over and over? And how do trends begin in the first place? Well, people post a video on TikTok as if it's going out to their friend, like it's Instagram or Twitter, but on a platform built like this, where they may not even realize that it genuinely has the potential to go viral. TikToks aren't made to reach a grand audience. They're mostly posted just to vent one's thoughts or have a bit of fun, and the ones that do go viral aren't necessarily the particularly interesting ones, the particularly specific stories that people can relate to. This is totally different from YouTube, where it's inherently overproduced with the goal of getting famous. TikToks with the goal of getting views usually don't, because they're trying to appeal to the masses, which may work on YouTube, but not on TikTok, where specificity makes the video better, and the algorithm has more than enough data to serve your video to the right people. Sure, people like Emma Chamberlain or Casey Neistat on YouTube seem very real, but think of what happens when you give someone a camera and say, this is going on YouTube. You get, hey guys, we're here at blah blah blah. Nobody really talks like that. I mean, even me, I wish I was more like Casey Neistat. Here. I don't talk like I was before in real life, and people like Casey have mastered being natural in YouTube videos. But on TikTok, being natural is natural. YouTube is faker, and one of the main strategies to stand out on YouTube is to be yourself on camera, like vloggers do, while on TikTok, it's the opposite. One of the many strategies to succeed there is to actually be unnatural on camera, like many comedians and even I do, because it breaks the monotony of what you're used used to on TikTok. It almost feels too professional. It stands out, where it would seem normal put on YouTube or on TV. The barrier of entry on YouTube is low, but on TikTok, it's even lower. Anyone can do these trends, so there's a super high chance you'll find one that relates to you. Or actually, the algorithm will. So your For You page isn't the same as my For You page. Everyone may see slightly different versions of the same trend, which popularizes the trend as a whole, but also makes it fun for everyone.
Speaking of which, how long have I been in here?
Your phone didn't actually just die. I did that to get your attention because I don't want you to get bored. It's called audience retention. Sorry. But I also did it because that could happen. What are the chances your phone is about to die right now? Probably high. And if you're watching this on an iPhone, and let's be honest, you're watching on an iPhone, plugging into the little white brick is gonna take forever. Not to mention, the new phones don't even come with a charging brick. I've done a whole video on this. What is Apple doing? Well, the answer to all of this is the Anker Nano Pro. No, I'm serious. This guy is the size of what Apple gives you, or used to give you, but it charges your phone up to 50% in just 25 minutes. I'm gonna try and juggle these during this ad read. Once again, audience retention. If you're buying a new phone, you're gonna need to buy a charging brick anyways, and this guy is 20 watt, but it's the size of the old Apple 5 watt. It's even got temperature sensors and intelligent software built in, so it's especially safe with your phone. That was sick. You can also get it in different colors, and when I say you, I mean you. Type up a comment on this video, and whatever the 5 most liked comments are, I'll reach out to you directly, and we'll send you one of these in one of these fun colors. Or if you aren't witty enough to come up with a great comment, you can just buy one. Link in description. And as always, wait a minute, I'm not done. While I was in LA, I decided I'd try to get the opinion of some experts. So I stuck a camera in the face of the biggest TikToker I could find, Sean Does Magic.
All right, Sean, why is TikTok so much more addictive than YouTube?
I think they do a really, really good job of targeting an audience, this right audience to watch that video, and it's very quick and concise, and that's why it's addictive.
Next, I wanted to get the biggest YouTuber I could find, so I got Mr. Beast's brother. Look, I asked him, I had the camera right there, and he was like, no. So I'll take what I can get.
Why is TikTok so much more addictive than YouTube?
Honestly, it's so much more addictive because it's just easy just to keep scrolling, and it's 15 seconds or less, so you can literally consume about 40, 50 videos.
You know, YouTube really is so much better than TikTok. But moving away from that monster also means making less videos about TikTok on YouTube. Let's tackle some real issues and dig into even deeper topics. I'm ready for a change. No more algorithms. It's time for the real world. Don't forget to ring my like button and subscribe to my bell. And as always, see you next time.